Welcome to the Eagles Report. I'm your host, Thomas Mott. We're doing a quick live Q&A here, a live stream, as I wanted to jump on here because a lot of stuff has been happening over the past couple of days and weeks regarding our Philadelphia Eagles. Listen, here's the deal. Yannick Ngakoue is obviously the main topic of tonight's video because he reportedly is going to be traded soon, and we were thinking he was going to be traded today, and yet apparently, this is the update I want to have for you guys, the update is that Ngkoue might not be traded. So here's the deal. Apparently, Mike Garfolio from the NFL Network said, quote, "Nothing going on with a trade for Yannick Ngakoue with the Eagles, the Packers, or any other team." Apparently, Yannick just likes Reggie White and post his photo on Instagram as he did with Lawrence Taylor a while back. So that's the latest update here on Ngkoue, although I would not be surprised if he actually is looking for a trade and if he actually is trying to go ahead and join the Philadelphia Eagles, because NFL insider Jason La-Canfora said just a couple of hours before Mike Garfolio that essentially he is trying to be traded and he does want to come be a Philadelphia Eagle. So let's go up on the assumption that he does want to be a Philadelphia Eagle. What would a trade look like to go ahead and get Ngakoue in Philadelphia or to Philadelphia? Well, it's going to cost a lot. So the reported asking price is at least a first-round pick and maybe some additional picks as well. So like a 2020 first-round draft pick, so number 21 overall, and then something like a fourth, maybe a fifth, maybe a sixth. It would take multiple draft picks to go ahead and do the deal. This is not going to be like a Darius Slay trade where you give up a fifth and a third and you just kind of, all right, get him and sign him and you're good. This is going to cost a lot more because Ngkoue is one of the best pass rushers, one of the best young pass rushers in the entire National Football League. So the question is going to be, are you guys willing to give up a first-round draft pick? Are you willing to give up number 21 overall to go ahead and get Ngkoue? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Would you be willing to give up the number 21 overall pick for Ngkoue? Let me know in the comment section down below. Someone just asked about next year's first. It's very unlikely that the Jaguars would go ahead and trade someone away for a future first-round draft pick, aka a 2021 first-round draft pick. I think it'd be this first-round draft or nothing, as of course the Jaguars have traded away Nick Foles. They've acquired more picks. The Jaguars are doing a total rebuild right now, and so they want to build from this draft, not build into 2021 draft. So I believe that they would have to give up number 21 overall to go ahead and do the deal. Now Ngkoue, again, is one of the best pass rushers, one of the best young pass rushers in the National Football League. He's only 24 years old. He's barely been injured throughout his entire career, but is it worth adding another pass rusher to the Eagles instead of getting, let's say, a wide receiver? Here's the deal. It's looking like Philadelphia is not going to go ahead and get a wide receiver in free agency. Now, Emmanuel Sanders is still out there, although reportedly the 49ers and Cowboys are interested in Sanders right now. Robbie Anderson's supposed to be re-signing with the Jets, although that has not happened yet. So it looks like all of your options, besides like a Brashad Perryman out of Tampa Bay, are going to be off the table right now. So I would not be surprised if Philadelphia is not going to end up with a wide receiver in free agency. So that means to get better in terms of wide receivers, you would have to go ahead and draft somebody. If you give away number 21 overall, then your chances of getting one of the top draft picks comes down a lot. You have to go ahead and get someone in the second round at 53 overall, which, would Chase Claypool be there? Would Denzel Mims be there? I think that's a little too late to go ahead and hope to see them become an Eagle. So the problem then becomes, if you get rid of Ngkoue, would you want to go ahead and give up that number 21 overall pick? Again, let me know in the comment section down below. Kevin Stackhouse says, nah, we need a wide receiver way more. Yeah, here's the deal on this. Ngkoue is great. If I would give up a second-round draft pick right now for Yannick Ngakoue, and maybe, just maybe, we're able to kind of package a guy like Alshon Jeffrey in this trade to go ahead and get rid of Alshon Jeffrey's salary and a draft and kind of lighten the blow of trying to go ahead and trade for such a good pass rusher. But again, it's very, very unlikely that they would want to take on that sort of money and a sort of a player who, for all intents and purposes, is a little bit washed up as wide receivers go. So maybe you could include a guy like Alshon Jeffrey, and if that's the case, then do the deal. I want to keep number 21. And then, listen, I want to keep number 21 because I think we need to get a really good wide receiver. Not just a Chase Claypool or not just a Jalen Reagor. We need to get one of the top wide receivers in this class. The Eagles are not horrible when it comes to rushing the passer. Are they great? They were kind of up and down last year. Now, they get Fletcher Cox, obviously. He's going to be alongside Javon Hargrave. I love that move. Malik Jackson comes back, which is highly underrated of a move for Philadelphia. Get Malik Jackson back. He's going to be great on the inside. And obviously, still Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, Derek Barnett. I think they're going to be okay. But it's not like, in my opinion, that the Eagles have to get a pass rusher. So I think they have to get a wide receiver. Now, Deshaun Jackson's going to be healthy next year. You assume that Greg Ward's going to be good to go. Maybe Alshon stays. Who knows? Is that a good enough wide receiver core to go ahead and win some games in the NFC East? No, I don't think so. I think you got to go ahead and get a young star wide receiver. You got to draft somebody at number 20 overall, whether that's Justin Jefferson, whether that's Henry Ruggs, whether that's heck, Denzel Mims. If you want to, reach for him a little bit, I'm fine with that as well. I just don't see a point in giving away number 21 overall for Yannick Ngakoue. Now, if the Eagles end up doing it, then I will learn to love it because he's like I said, one of the best pass rushers in the National Football League. He's great. But I, for one, would not want to go ahead and do that trade. I'm curious what you guys would think in the comment section down below. I'm going to go back and read some of these right now. Remember the super chat function as well if you want to get one of these comments to pop right up on my screen. Someone says, we need our first round pick for Ruggs. Grant Delpit, we need him. We need Brandon Cooks. No, we need our picks for wide receivers. Hell no, we need a wide receiver with the first. No. So everyone else seems to be in total agreement on here. Jay White says, I'm keeping Ruggs or Chenault before I get Yannick. Let's see. I just pray we don't sign a running back. Talk about unneeded. Yeah, Jay, we're talking about running backs here in just a little bit. Jay says, I want Robbie Anderson like bad. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on right now in terms of people disagreeing with the whole Yannick Ngakoue, and I think we're all on the same page here. Would he be a great Eagle? Yeah. I mean, is pass rusher very important? Yes. But do the Eagles need to give away what's going to be a historically great wide receiver class in this year's draft, give away their chance at dipping into that just for another good pass rusher whenever you've just invested a lot of money into the interior defensive line? No, I would disagree on that one. So again, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. I want to hear from you guys on this one. We're going to move on to some other rumors here as well in just a little bit. I want to hear some read some more comments here from you guys. Yes, are we moving Ertz for Jones? Please say no. I want to move up and maybe to 10 or 13, grab one of the premier receivers. A problem right now the Eagles have in getting one of the premier receivers is the Jets, the Raiders, and then now the 49ers are in the top 15. So if you want to get one of the premier receivers, you got to hope that one of them, the Lambs, the Ruggs, the Judys, fall past San Francisco at 13. San Francisco at 13 now becomes a very legitimate case to go ahead and take a wide receiver because they have not re-signed Emmanuel Sanders, and if they don't re-sign Emmanuel Sanders, then they probably need a wide receiver. So I think you're looking more at Justin Jefferson, looking more at a Laviska Shenault, looking more at a T. Higgins at number 21 being available, even though I wouldn't take T. Higgins. I would take Justin Jefferson over that lot right there. But I think if you want CeeDee Lamb, if you want a Jerry Jeudy, you got to go up to 10 where Cleveland currently sits. That way you leapfrog the Jets at 11, you leapfrog the Raiders at 12, and you leapfrog the San Francisco 49ers at 13 as well. Rod says 2020 first round pick for Yannick. You know, that's the whole problem. I don't think that the Jaguars would take a 2021 first. Now, I would do that in a heartbeat. 100% I would trade away next year's first-round draft pick, but not this year's first-round draft pick because we need it so bad. Before we move on, final thought on this, and then I promise we'll move on. You got to make sure you don't waste Carson Wentz's prime by not giving him weapons. There are a lot of great quarterbacks that have had elite receivers, and they go to Super Bowls with them. At Matt Ryan in Atlanta, obviously Tom Brady was hooked up with Randy Moss for just a very short amount of time there in New England. Even Devontae Adams in Green Bay is not as good as you would say as like Julio Jones, but still you give a great target to a great quarterback, and they tend to do very, very well with them. So I like Yannick. If they traded for him right now, I'd be excited about Yannick, but is he the best player that the Eagles need to get right now over drafting a wide receiver? I would go ahead and argue no. Let me put to bed this. People are saying Brandon Cooks. Do you guys really want Brandon Cooks? He's basically Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson's coming back. He's going to be okay. Brandon Cooks, again, gets injured a lot, is basically Deshaun Jackson. I'm not sold on going ahead and trading for Brandon Cooks. I'd much rather just spend number 21 on Justin Jefferson, who's going to have a better overall career than Brandon Cooks, in my opinion. That's my take right there on Brandon Cooks. Did you like that video? Thanks for watching, but why don't you click this video right here, because we did it just a couple of days ago, and guess what? It's about the Eagles too. Like that video? Why don't you subscribe right down here? That way you're notified whenever we release more videos here on the Eagles Report. It's the fastest growing Eagles channel here on YouTube. Video, subscribe, click them right now. Go ahead, click them. Did you like that video? Thanks for watching, but why don't you click this video right here, because we did it just a couple of days ago, and guess what? It's about the Eagles too. Like that video? Why don't you subscribe right down here? That way you're notified whenever we release more videos here on the Eagles Report. It's the fastest growing Eagles channel here on YouTube. Video, subscribe, Click them right now. Go ahead, click them.